Have you ever collected a dress, collected a price, and while you're sewing the dress, you're feeling so bad that at any given opportunity, you're ready to cost the dress? It has happened to me before, and if you stay tuned to this video to the end of it, I'm going to show you how to charge your happy price and still maintain quality clients. How to confidently charge your happy price and still maintain your clients. Welcome to Journey's Fashion Academy, and this channel will help fashion designers grow in their sewing skill, improve their fashion business, and become professionals. And you too can be the same. Subscribe, like, and share, and let's get started. Number one thing that affects pricing is not knowing your entire cost. So for this reason, before you bargain, before you go into pricing, make sure you know all the cost that is going to be run in the course of making this garment. Know your utility cost, know your overhead cost, know your direct and your indirect cost, everything you need, including the data that you're using, right? The airtime, the everything, needle, machine maintenance, electricity, purchases, transportations, everything that is going to go into this garment, you need to know the cost of them all. This is going to help you in your pricing, and it's equally going to help you in being confident, knowing that you are not just overpricing, you're pricing based on the cost of your production. So you wouldn't want to go below your cost of production. You would only want to have profit on top of your cost of production. Know your cost, direct and indirect, very, very important. Number two is that most tailors do not value their skill. They undercharge themselves because they commonize what they do. Let's say a client brings a food boo for you to make. You just assume she is just boo now. What and what am I putting inside? Even before the client begins to price you, you're already pricing yourself down. She is only zip that only thread that I'm going to buy and needle. Let me shall collect 5,000. At least it's you're just commonizing what you do, and that will make it possible for you to undercharge yourself, right? So you do not undercharge, you do not commonize. Put effort into your pricing. You're sewing not because it is just a small thing. Your time is put into consideration, your expertise. Remember that it is not all tailors that can sew bubu. So the fact that you know how to do it very well, you need to charge for it. Your years of experience is what you're charging for. The value you bring is what you're charging for, not just the garment or the time that you're going to spend making it. You can spend only 2 hours making a dress. Another person can spend 5 hours on that same dress, and it will still not come out nice. So you're not just charging because it is just simple in your hand. You're charging for your expertise, you're charging for your value, you're charging for your years of acquiring the knowledge. So do not commonize what you do. Another mistake that a lot of tailors and fashion designers make is copying other people's price. You see those people in comment section, you see them in sewing groups asking, how much should I charge? You cannot be asking another tailor how much you're going to charge, because your cost of productions are not the same. Your locations are not the same. Your experiences are not the same. The values you bring are not the same, right? Someone may use a 1 million naira to sew a dress. Another person may use 800K to sew the same dress. But the person who charges 800K is making more profit than the person who charged a million. Their cost of production are not the same. Their locations are not the same. Their expenses are not the same. So you need to put your own cost into consideration and not another person's cost. You might be doing more than the person who is telling you the price. So when you follow their own price, you realize that nothing is going to come out for you as the person who is making the dress. You're going to be running at a loss. So do not copy other people's price. Do not copy their price strategy. Do not copy their happy price. Do not copy anything priced from anyone. Learn to calculate your own pricing. By the time you calculate your own pricing, you are the one who is in a better position to know how much you're going to be charging your clients for whatever you're going to be sewing for them. You can charge based on someone else's pricing and you're going to run at a loss. So learn to price your item by yourself. Another reason why you may likely charge at a loss is charging a flat rate. I've heard a lot of people say, have a flat price for different designs that you want to make. Let's say you want to make bustier, so for if everybody that comes to make bustier, you charge a flat rate of say 50,000 for everybody, every size. That is not how to make it. Bustiers differ, body shapes differ. There are people you sew for, you charge more than other persons because of their body structure, because it's going to give you mental calculations more than when you sew for another person. Fabrics are not the same. You don't charge a flat rate for all fabrics. Some fabrics are very stubborn. It can take you 2 hours to sew another fabric and take you 5 hours to sew another fabric. The same design, the same style, the same person, but different fabric is going to give you some kind of headache. You cannot charge flat rate for any particular design that you want to make. You charge according to the fabric, you charge according to the individual that you're sewing for. You charge according to the design, you charge according to the complexity of what you're making, not just the bustiers 50,000, no matter what it is. Some you may make profit, some you might not make profit. So learn to do proper calculation before you give out a price. You're going to put into consideration the details of the garment, the time it's going to take you to make the garment, special fabrics that are required for the garment, the different appliques, the detailing, the beading, the design, and again the urgency of delivery. You cannot charge the same thing when you have 1 month to deliver and when you have 2 weeks or 1 week to deliver. You cannot charge the same thing. You need to put all of this into consideration. More work requires higher pay. Do not forget that. Now, to help you charge more, you need to explain the value that you're bringing to the table with regards to the garments that you're making, not not the price of items that you're going to be using to make the garments. You can read that again. You're explaining the value that you're bringing to the table, convincing your clients that this is the reason why they need to pay you more than the other person, because of your expertise, because of the value you bring, because of your sewing skill. You're not explaining the prices of things that you're going to be using. You're simply letting them know and have the feeling that they are dealing with an expert. They're dealing with a professional who is going to give them what they need. There is something that happens when somebody is already um, aligned or tuned into expecting something good than when the person does not know what he or she is expecting. If you tell me that I am in the best hand, I am going to expect quality from you, I'm going to expect neat finish, I'm going to expect everything valuable from you, I am already happy within myself that I am in the right place. What is remaining is for me to see it. Now, when I come to see it, based on the fact that I'm already happy, I may not even be able to start looking at what is bad and what is not right, because all my attention is focused that everything is going to be fine. This will help the client to pay you, him or her feeling happy that they are expecting quality from you. So it's not about you telling them you're buying zip 200, you're buying thread 500. That does not that does not translate to you charging your quality, your price. You're simply telling the client that you do not want what you want to charge, because what is zip 200, thread 500, that you cannot just close eye and charge 5,000. I hope you get what we're trying to say. Now, the last but not the least, not the least, not the last, however it sounds, do not be afraid to lose clients. Yes, a lot of fashion designers collect any amount that comes their way, charge any amount that they feel they can get, not that they deserve, because they are afraid of losing a particular client. Now, note that you do not need everyone that comes to you to make a dress to actually make a dress for those persons. There are times when you get some, and there are times when you lose some. If getting this particular client is going to cost you, allow her to go. The right person is going to come. So do not be afraid to lose a client. You're losing something good so that something better is going to come in. So if you have this mindset that you're not going to be afraid to lose a particular client, you will not be afraid to actually charge what you need to charge. Remember, you don't have to overcharge and you don't have to undercharge. You charge your happy price and equally deliver according to the value. Okay, now we're getting to the last but not the least. Growth increases value. So, whatever it is that you do, your attention, your focus should be to improve yourself on a daily basis, to improve yourself in your skill. Because the more you grow, the more you're able to charge your happy price. People are not going to start arguing you. Look around, see different professional fashion designers that we have. People don't usually argue their price, they charge in millions. And those that have the money go and pay them without thinking twice about it. But the person who is still below, who is still the average, even when you mention 100,000, it's as if heaven and earth is let loose. Everybody's asking, why do you have to charge like this? That is because you've not gotten to that level where you can mention a million and nobody is questioning you. So focus, whatever it is that happens, focus on improving yourself, focus on delivering value. Everyday progress brings you closer to charging your happy price without having to think twice about it. I hope this makes sense to you. Now tell me in the comment section, which of these are you going to put into practice starting from today? Which one have you been doing? Let's see in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, and you're going to see me in your feed the next time very soon.